Hey everyone, gonna get started in like 30 seconds. Just have to move some stuff around on the desk here. I was gonna do something bigger, but I've decided to just not, and we're just gonna work on sketch papers. So give me a second while I change my mind. Okay. Morning, everyone. Hope everyone's week is going well. It's like Tuesday already, right? God damn. Don't know where I put all my brush pens. We'll probably do a bigger drawing in a little bit, but we're just gonna sketch goof off for a little bit. Actually haven't it's 8 a.m. where I am at, and I haven't started drawing at all today. I had some domestic stuff to take care of. I didn't even draw yesterday. I had to go to my parents and help them out with some stuff. Of course, car stuff, you know. The suspension parts in my dad's truck going out. Easy change. So but used up almost all my energy yesterday. I came back to the office and just like passed, or came back home and then just like passed out. Plus, I'm actually kind of sick right now. Um, at first I thought it was like a sinus infection. I don't know. We have a lot of fires going on here in California, and I think that stuff is affecting like the air quality. And it's just setting me off like crazy. All right, my bad. I just had to get some music playing for myself. Okay. What does everyone have planned for the weekend? I know we're closer to the previous weekend than we are to the upcoming weekend. But does anyone have any fun plans? Now that the weather is calming down, I'm like really overdue for taking my family to like the beach or something. Plus, with my wife getting better, getting healthier, uh, she has actually been out of the house in a very long time, like outside of doctor's appointments. So I just told her, I was like, look, once the weather calms down, because where I'm at in California, it's been triple digits nonstop. Only the past couple days has it gone below triple digit. So I think this weekend we're either gonna go to the lake or a beach, something water oriented. Take the puppy out there too. Get better and good for taking care. Yeah, when I was in my 20s, when I was in my 20s and I was like getting trained to work on cars and that's all I was doing for a living and I just didn't, even at the time I was starting to not enjoy it. My cousins and my uncles and stuff are just like, "Yo, it doesn't matter. Like even if you decide like you don't want to do this anymore, over the course of your life, that that skill is going to pay for itself either like you taking care of your cars or the family cars. Tens of thousands of dollars saved, yeah. Okay, I don't know if it's necessarily saved, right? Because it's like, all right, if you need to go get your brakes done, like hypothetically, let's talk about somebody who doesn't know how to work on a car, right? So you need to get your brakes done. You take it in, all four brakes. It's gonna be at least $400. Like no matter where you go Pep Boys, no matter what, that's at least $400 job, right? If you do it yourself, you can do it pretty cheap, right? But if you get somebody else to do it, you're gonna get like probably the most affordable part. What I do, what I do when I change parts, I get like a fancy unnecessary part. I don't know if you saw my Instagram post. My wife on her Rav4, like her pad the brake pads were getting low, but they weren't quite there yet. But they had warped through heat. So that's when when you try and press on your brakes, you'll get like a bit of a jitter in your steering wheel. That comes from your brake pad and your rotor overheating, and they get like little grooves in them. Anyway, um, instead of just getting some like cheap brakes and rotors, I was just like, nah, I got it. You can get them in different materials like carbon ceramic, and then you can get and then you can get like drilled slotted rotors for no like. I'm like, well, if it got hot, if I get some slotted and drilled rotors, they won't overheat next time you drive. Even though she ain't never gonna drive. Anyway, it's kind of saving money, but then it opens up this thing where it's just like, well, if I'm doing it myself, then I could pay for I can get like cool parts. Like overkill. Anyway, swear to God, when we get a house, I'm gonna like Tim the Toolman Taylor that whole goddamn house. Like just more power everywhere. I just like everything. I have a buddy. When he got a house, he he got an industrial toilet installed, and I was just like, "What's an industrial toilet?" And it was like um it's all silver, right? It looks like brushed aluminum, but I'm not sure what the exact material is. And you press a little button, and it's like it uses up so much water. But he's just like, yeah, this thing right here, it'll never clog. I'll never have problems with it ever again. I think he paid like 3 grand for it. Um, but yeah, I feel that that's exactly what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. One and done kind of stuff. Yeah, yeah, I'm a one and done kind of person. because I'm sure all of us, like when I was in my early 20s and I was the first time I was living alone, it was like you can't afford the good stuff, you got to buy cheap, and then it's just like it'll break in like 6 months, right? But if you're willing to pay double, it'll last 10 times as long. So technically those are the cheaper options. But that's like everything though. That's how I feel about Copic markers. Just to bring the conversation back to art. That's how I feel about Copic markers. People are like, "Oh, it's so expensive." I'm like, well, "Kinda." You just and this is not because Copic sends me stuff. Like um like you buy the Copic shell, the marker one time, right? Was that like $7? And then as long as you don't mess the nibs up, which you can do to any pen, you can just buy the refills. I've been using this gray for like 10 years versus having to buy new shells all the time. You went and took your car to the dealer and they said your battery is losing charge. Might want to charge it. I'm like, wait, the lithium battery should run for 10 years. You're talking about an electric vehicle? I the most training I've had for electric vehicles was like it's like back in the day. I'm actually not familiar with how things are constructed or operated these days. The Prius was the extent. So hybrids were the extent of my training on electrical. Full electrical, I have no knowledge. Like I have no idea how those things are manufactured. Even though everybody on the internet apparently knows exactly how these electric cars are manufactured and run. Good morning, everyone. We're just kind of hanging out, um, just sketching for probably an hour, and then I'll do another like full drawing, like we did last time. Where's that thing? It's on the other side of the room. I don't want to go get it. So because I haven't, it's like 8 a.m. where I'm at. I just took care of everything I need to this morning. This is my first drawings of the day, so a little tired, a little rusty, and I'm sick. So we're gonna have to warm up for a little bit, and then I can do a little drawing for you guys after that. So we'll hang out. Buddy, to get you a brand new battery for $50, lithium battery in my garage because you check charge as juice. I want $400 from you. Not this. Oh yeah, they're probably gonna charge you a disposal fee too. Like, all right, we're gonna sell you this battery. Labor on it is about an hour's worth of our technician's time. Um, and then disposal and handling fee. Man, like being good being good at working on cars comes with the same curse as owning a truck. Everybody you know is gonna hit you up for something eventually. Hey man, how's the Tundra doing? That's good, man. Just change the suspension parts on. That's good. Oh, that's awesome, man. All right, you feel this. So this Saturday, right? I got I'm gonna move something, man. I checked your schedule, man. I know you ain't got a convention this weekend. I was polite. Checked your schedule for you. Arm back, arm to the side, arm back. Yeah, yeah. That's how I was very happy when I moved over to my Civic, which I sold. Sadly. Um, my brain is not working right now because nobody bothered me for anything. What also helps is that now I just kind of don't really have any friends, so that works. I just stopped talking to people. Can't ask you for something if you don't talk to them. As a tech guy who works for food, he was like, "You'll fix the PC just to." Yeah. Someone in an archery pose. Oof. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see how how good my little visual library is. All right. So I'm just trying to think of the Olympics right now. See how good my memory, my visual library is. All right. So we're gonna do it in chunks, and then we'll try and put it together. Okay. Uh, gesture wise, chest out. How did they hold? I'm just gonna assume the elbow. I think the elbow sits really high, right? Nobody actually write down and correct me until we're done, and then we'll when we're like done, we'll go look at an actual picture and see how close my memory was. And I think it goes in between because I like I've seen the glove they wear. It's very similar to what artists wear. I think they hold in between right here. And then I think it sits over the handle. Watch, we're gonna be hella off. So I think the shoulder is high, but for the sake of like um design, you could have the elbow the same height as the arrow. That looks not that's like a really pretty look, even if maybe it's inaccurate. All I know is that whatever this string part is called goes across their face. It's like it's like smearing against their face. So that would set the string like somewhere in the middle of the face. So it's tilted. Thanks for the follow. Okay. I don't know if they have a wide. I don't think they have like a super wide stance, right? And I think they're standing like sideways. So you always think of Legolas. Oh yeah, that's a yeah, but is that even accurate though? Because that's like movie archery, right? Like if I remember anything from Hunger Games, is people talking about like, yeah, that's not how you're supposed to hold that shit. Whoops. Anyway, let's go. I'm just gonna go look up real quick and see if we got that pose right. That's always fun to see what your brain remembers correctly or incorrectly. Ah, shit. We were close. We were kind of close. Okay. It's looking like this. Okay, so it looks like they aim downwards with their hand, but it is between the middle and index finger. And the elbow is elevated here. It's actually not palm out, palm forward like that, like a gun, or a gun is held like a bow. Got 3/4 tilt right here. And then in regards to body stance, it looks like just shoulder width. Okay. Interesting. We learned something today. Do they wear gloves is the question. Ah, it looks like some of them do, some of them don't. If we don't feel like drawing the whole hand, we'll give them a glove. And then the hand grips it between the index and middle finger. And it has like a downward tilt to it. And then I don't know what the glove on the like the bow hand. I don't know if it covers. We're just gonna have it cover the whole hand because I don't know if it covers like the fingers that are making contact, or if it covers the other fingers. We're just gonna give him a full glove. And then we have a let's say a 3/4 tilt to the face. If I learned anything from Katniss, she leans her head back and you're not supposed to. That probably should go a little higher, but I also probably should, you know, care more. Yo, what's going on, dude? How's uh how's MVC going? Yeah, so these should be going like further. Is archery like shooting a gun where you're not supposed to close one eye? So I assume the pose is more or less like that, right? An archery pose. I mean, if I actually knew what the hell I was doing, I'm sure that'd be a lot better. But in general, something like that. Elbow elevated. All right, let's try that again. How about reverse angle? I think we can get this better. Hold on. We're not gonna spend too much time on this. I just want to try something. Hold on. Okay. What kind of suit? We're talking about like business suits? It's been a while, but let me see. Um, Tuxedos, I've never really practiced, and there's something different about the way a tuxedo fits than like a business suit. I don't think I've ever really studied tuxedos, but it's been a while since I've done business suits. So give me a couple sketches, and I think I can pull it out of my brain. All I know with business suits, I like to put big shoulder pads. It's like there's like certain things about a suit that make it a suit, right? So you want to accentuate those things. One of them is like shoulder pads. Sometimes they have little pockets here, sometimes they don't. Usually you have an undershirt. Well, not usually. You should have an undershirt. Whoops. So the collar does wrap around the back. Usually have a little fold right here. Kind of in almost any pose you're in, unless you're hunched over, there's just like a little pinch of fabric right there. Some suits will have, and I don't know what you call it. They'll have this along the back right here. It's like a stitch that goes along the back. It's like a lot of collared shirts, on the back of a collar. Well, basically the shirt you would wear under a suit. A lot of collared shirts will have like that little weird flappy thing right there. And if you guys know what that is, like what that's called, just tell me. It's kind of like that, but without that little flappy thing. Morning streams. Yeah, these should be the premium time for me to stream anyway. This over the years that we've been streaming, and then the years where I wasn't streaming, this time frame between like 7 a.m. to like noon California time has been like peak for me. No matter what other time I try to stream, it's just not, it just don't work. I think the problem is there's too much competition at any other time. That's what it is. So with suits, you have that collar or the overcoat. We'll get to the pants in a second, but then you want to always like accentuate the shoulders, almost like shoulder pads. Because just a characteristic, especially a character who wears a suit, tends to be like a little bit stronger or want to look stronger. Not just like physically, but like someone who wears a suit wants to come across stronger. So shoulder pads, um, very good. Little pockets, but otherwise you want to put as few folds. I've noticed that when I was doing my suit studies, and the stuff is just coming back to me. It's been like hella long, but I remember since the fabric is thicker on suits, um, it should put as few folds as you can to convey information. And it'll make it look thicker and look nicer and look ironed. If you start putting a bunch of folds in a suit, it looks wrinkled and looks cheap. like some Saul Goodman shit, you know? Even though his suits are expensive. But you know what I'm talking about. Oh yeah, that's a good point. I was supposed to be at both Dokomi in Dusseldorf and TwitchCon um this year, and that would have been awesome. How much like connection could I have made with people overseas? Um but travel issues just didn't work out. Better Call Saul is best watched binged. I'm not gonna spoil anything for Better Call Saul. Um, but by the time it's done, I I think it's a I think it's a better show than Breaking Bad. But I find that I'm able to rewatch Breaking Bad more. Just because, you know, it's more fun, like it's more wacky, it's more fun, right? But I think Better Call Saul is a better show by the end of it. It does have some lulls in it for sure, but when it all kind of wraps, because you know, like Breaking Bad, like it feels like it's like meandering for a long time, and then when you get to that fifth season, you're just like, fuck, just everything just falls together. That's how Better Call Saul is. But you want some good references for high quality composition shots. Better Call, like every frame in Better Call Saul is like so much effort in the cinematography. It's fucking crazy. It's probably the best looking show I've ever watched. That, you know, as a photography nerd, cinematography nerd, that might be half of the reason that I no, that's not half, but that's a big portion of why I was so interested in the show. It is like gorgeous. But don't get it twisted. It is a Breaking Bad sequel. People call it a prequel, and they're like, you could watch it without Breaking Bad. I'm like, nah, you can't. Like you could, but it's not like. And by the time it's all said and done, you'll know what I'm talking about. Better Call Saul's a Breaking Bad sequel. It's not a prequel. Yeah, I'm not. I didn't. You guys saw my flights got canceled. I couldn't go to Anime NYC, which sucks because it's a huge paycheck. That's like 5 digits out of my pocket. And then I can't. I didn't get accepted to New York Comic Con. So all right. So back to the suits. The pants for a suit. It's very similar to like jeans, but it'll follow that same thing where you want to put as few folds in it as possible because suits are supposed to be thick material. They're supposed to be like iron. They're supposed to look really nice. And it's one of those things where it's like you may not notice it, but your brain does. Where you if like in your brain, when you see men in suits, people in suits, they're very well put together generally. So uh when you're drawing that, if you make it look messy, it's not gonna look like a suit. This is one of those weird things. And then you always have that nice crease in the pants. Most suit pants will taper at the bottom, not flare out. I mean, I'm sure some decade they flared out, but they tend to either taper or go straight leg. I like the taper look. Not on me, but like on the drawings, because when you combine a tapered bottom half of a suit with the big shoulder look that I was showing earlier, it actually looks really good. So I'll do a full body in a second, and you'll see the difference, or you'll see what I'm talking about. Let's give him some loafers or something. So let's start all the way from shirt and tie. Got the collar. That's the tie. That's a bit of a gross fit. Needs to get it tailored. More or less like that. That tapered look on the legs for suits, at least in drawings, it doesn't necessarily look good on people on everybody in real life. But see how much stronger the top half of the body looks when you taper off the pants. So I remember when I was studying suits, I was just like, oh man, that's the big difference there. You want a wide shoulders, tapered, you get this. You ultimately get that shape to the body is what you want. Yeah. I mean, if you want to go for a suit look, who better, right? Who better to go with? uh, doesn't count. Doesn't count. He's just he's a he can wear whatever he wants. But actually does fit him, right? Oh, he's got them Converse too. How do you draw hair? Because you suck at that. Hair, like, I mean, hair as a concept is pretty easy. There's only a couple things that you need to keep in mind when you're learning to draw hair. One is don't draw every individual strand, so waste of time. In general, uh, you well, not just with hair, but with everything. But we'll talk about hair here. You want to draw the overall shape of it before you fill it in. So like instead of going like that, right? Like if you're sketching and you're trying to practice, right? That you could do that. But in general, if you want to get like that hair, you would want to block it out. You're like, well, do I want bangs? Okay. Generally, the bangs are gonna be like that. Okay. All right. Well, hair is pulled back here. There. Is that the general shape you want for the hair? If the answer is yes, then you can start adding details to it. And it's one of those things where if you have trouble drawing hair, you might actually be having trouble more so with hairstyle. So it's not like, oh, I don't know how to draw hair. Maybe you just don't fucking know any good hairstyles. Go look up some references. Like look for look for cool hairstyles. I know I have like 4 hairstyles that I default to when I'm free sketching. So I intentionally go and look up different haircuts to apply to my characters. Because if I don't look up a reference as I'm sketching, there's only like 4 or 5 haircuts that I always default to. I think everybody has that. So yeah, but in short, don't draw every strand. You want to simplify it into big shapes before filling it in. But that whole drawing things in big shapes and filling it in applies to everything you draw, not just hair. It's just super useful with hair because everyone likes to draw all the little strands. Um, and then I guess the last thing you want to take into account is the size of the character's head. Like if you feel around your head, your hair is pretty close to to your head, right? Unless you're an anime character, your head is like this, and your hair is like that, right? Like a One Piece character, right? That's different. Or if you have a specific hairstyle that goes outwards, it's different. But in general, you just want to take into account the skull size. That's it. Those are the only things you need to worry about with hair. Now, when it comes to like rendering out hair to get like to catch the highlights where they need to be, that's a different story. You're just gonna have to go watch some videos on that. Like it's different when you're using alcohol. It's different uh with oil. It's different watercolor. So, but in general with hair, that's all you need to worry about. Also, these are like really quick bullet point answers I'm giving you. The actual answer is to the real answer is to like take those things I said into consideration and go watch a bunch of different tutorials on how a bunch of people do their hair because draw hair, because there's a lot of different ways that people do it, and they all look good. No, they don't all look good. Every method can work. You just gotta find the one that kind of works for you. So just take into account what I said, but then just spend like a week or something just watching a bunch of tutorials for free online. Oh, well, I guess I ran out of paper. All right, well, that was a good warm up. I guess we'll just try and do an actual drawing, I guess. Similar to what we did last time. Play around with some perspective. Yeah, so remember we did the sketch last time? The thing that was bothering me about it was every like I went in the camera's picking it up okay. I went in with a mild it's a neutral 2 N2 Copic and I actually darkened up some of the undersides and it actually pops out a lot now. I didn't do that on stream because I looked at it afterwards and I was like, "Oh, you know what this needs? A little yeah." So this one came out okay. This one's cool. I was gonna put it from for sale, but then my wife was like, "Nope, that's going on the wall." I'm like, "Fuck, man, she never lets me sell shit." When she says on the wall, it means we're putting it in like a pile of stuff that we're gonna be rotating on and off the wall. Anyway. By the way, all these sketches that we're doing, uh, these sketches along with like we close to over 700 pages right now. We're probably over 800. All my sketchbook pages are scanned or taken photos of in high res and uploaded to my digital sketchbook called the Infinity Sketchbook. It's on my Gumroad. There's a link to it in my profile. You buy it once, and then you get access to not just the sketches that I have there now, which I said are probably close to 800, but every week I upload more sketches to it, and most of them don't make it to social media, so they're just high res sketches of shit that you won't see otherwise. You buy it once, and it gets updated once a week, every week. We're at week 144 or 134 consistently, so I haven't missed a single week in over 2 years, coming around 3 years now. So, if you're interested in that, link to my Gumroad is in the should be in my bio. Anyway, How's the dog? She's doing well. She's asleep right now. Part of my domestic duties in the morning when I wake up is to take the dog out. 60 pounds. 60-pound boxer. She's 2 years old. Super low body fat. She's just like jacked. Like super jacked. Because I count, like I measure all her food, all her macros, everything. Because I'm just like, shit, paid all this money for this dog. I'm gonna take care of this thing. So, all right, everyone. I'm gonna go refill my water. Gonna go expel my current water, and then we're gonna come back and I'll do a sketch for you guys. I'm not sure what, but I think we're gonna incorporate suits now that we've just kind of warmed up drawing suits. So give me about 3 to 5 minutes, and then we'll come back and yeah, we'll come back and get working on an actual drawing for you guys. Okay. All right, what are we gonna draw? I want to do something. Uh, yeah, I want to play around with some perspective here. We want to. How far do we want to take it? Do we want to go something realistic but fun, or do we want to just go stupid? Oh wait. While doing archery. I feel like I messed this up already. But I don't want to make a habit out of throwing paper away the moment I get annoyed with it. Remember yesterday? I was fucking woo. Or day before, I almost lost my cool there. I don't know what I'm drawing. But we will figure it out like we always do. So clearly this arm is going to be raised. Hmm. I go I don't know. uh You know what's fascinating? I feel like there's a period of time where you can go into a men's restroom and you will see a grown ass man with his pants down to use the standing urinal. But I feel like that's gone. Like I travel a lot. I go to a lot of gross bathrooms, and I don't see that anymore. See a weird observation. Yeah, but Butter's just a kid, though. You know what I mean? I'm talking about grown ass people. Well, this is not the drawing for the day. Hold on. Ignore that. It's not even promising that there will be a good drawing today. Might be one of those days, man. We could do Inktober and just the entire Inktober. We just add stuff to a bathroom. I am a huge fan of really big collars. Um, like no, I don't. Not what do you say? Like really baggy turtlenecks is what I'm talking about. Not mad at that idea. I'm trying to think of something to do for Inktober because this year I actually want to do it this year, but the prompts are really boring. But I mean, look, the point of Inktober is okay. This is just me, and we've discussed this before. There's two things about Inktober. The point of it is to get you to draw every day, get you to draw more. I didn't do it in the past because I'm like I fucking draw every day anyway, right? But I want that sweet social media engagement, so we're gonna do it. Um, Now, the other part is it's supposed to test your creativity. So I checked the prompt list of Inktober for this year. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of lame. It's kind of boring. But the prompt is the prompt, and it's up to you. It's an art challenge. It's like if you're trying to do the 600 page sketchbook slam challenge, but you're just like, oh, that's like too many pages. I'm gonna do 550 instead. So there's a lot of people who are like, I'm not gonna do that Inktober list. I'm gonna make up my own, which is totally cool because I could think of a lot more fun lists. But to me, the challenge of it is the challenge of it is here's a list. Whether or not you like it, here, good fucking luck. So we will proceed with the official list, and we'll just do our best to make it interesting. Because I'm gonna tell you what, if you've seen that list, if you can make that list interesting, that's a victory right there. Because that shit sucks. I don't like this list. It's like too much work. You're gonna have to redo it. Bonjour. Hey, hello. Yeah, anyway, so regarding Inktober, we will be doing it this year. That's October will be Inktober live streams, and we will be doing the official prompt list. We're not going to make our own because I feel like it defeats the purpose of the challenge. To, yeah. Walk back. So right arm back, left forward, but kind of bent forward. Right. Then swinging the right arm back, something like that. Trying to be more conscious about like the movement decisions I make on my characters. Yeah, I saw DT's video on it. Like right this morning, before I started this stream. Mission accomplished. Remember that? So right arm back, left arm kind of tilted forward because I want the right leg forward. Yeah, we got him. Yeah. They're gonna hop on an aircraft carrier. Mission accomplished, boys. Mission accomplished. Or we'll hit the spot blacks afterwards because I think this pen's running out of ink. So I want to get the lines down first, and then we'll fill in the spot blacks. But we'll block them in right now. And then I want the left leg back. So swing this way a little bit. See, I'm trying to be more mindful about the decisions I make instead of just blindly sketching them in. And then his arm swung back. The jacket go down a little bit lower, I think. Yeah, I think that'll be better. Now this little gap here. So hope everyone's having a good week. Like I was telling people earlier, I'm just like, I can't believe it's was it middle of September already? Leg forward. We might have to spot black this area because I think I messed it up. Hey, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. Here we go. Let's do that. Oh, this pen sucks. Yo, hey, thanks for the raid. All right, yeah, thanks. Appreciate you dropping by, dude. I know you hella busy all the time. I tell you to go get some rest, but I know you ain't gonna do it. So I'm just gonna say thanks for dropping by. All right, I feel that. See ya. There's like a whole era of artists, like my era, who we're getting to that age now where at one point we were all just like, yeah, man, here, fuck, fuck all this, let's go super hard. Like all of us were like that. Now we're getting older, we're like, oh man, you know, if I have that, I won't have space to drink my inshore later. Like, don't sleep on inshore, by the way. That shit's so good. Get that sugar free inshore. It's like 30 grams. There's 30 grams of protein in there. It's like drinking a protein shake with like 3 multivitamins. Bro. Well, now we drew the person. Gotta have him doing something interesting. We're gonna switch to the gray pen like we did before. Day 57 of ooh, there's a lot of ink in this one. You gotta be careful. My issue is even if it's completely scripted, you just can't trust somebody like what going to the polls to follow through with it. Like, um, I don't know. That whole thing is a farce. There's no outcome there that is good. The only outcome that would be good for anyone is if Mike knocks him out, and that is not happening. people seem to forget how hard it is to knock someone out, like a someone young and big like that, like who's on PEDs, like because he is right. No, right, so this brush actually, this is a kind of a newer gray brush that I have. It has a hell of ink in it, so I have to be very careful about how I use it because it's gonna bleed everywhere. Both of them are Jake and Logan. They're both on PEDs. Why not? Why not? Like they're I mean Logan is a he does wrestling. Um I have a friend who went into what's the word for it? Like per- performance wrestling? Is that what it would be? Whatever, the WWE shit. Like I have a buddy who does that on like a local level. He's jacked up. He's on PEDs. I don't know what, but he said everybody who does that's, you know, because it's so demanding on the body, that kind of like performance wrestling, that is harsh on the body. You need to recover fast. So it's not even about like, oh, I'm trying to be, but you need to you gotta do that to get through that job, you know. Um. Anyway, whatever happens, happens. Just whatever it is that happens is not gonna be good. It's gonna be at best boring. The steroid abuse, but they had to. That torture that they put their body through. If you don't have like superhuman recovery, you're not gonna last there very long. All your NFL players are watching them too. Anyway, yeah, that whole thing is a farce. We'll I mean, I was never gonna pay for it, but I'll definitely probably look up what happens afterwards, like after the fact. All right, man. Yo, thanks for coming through so early in the day. Hey, thank you for the Twitch follow. What's that? The odds are I haven't seen whatever it is that is. You know me, I don't watch shit. Like 20% of the things I watch are from you, and the rest of it comes from like my buddies who send me dumb shit on Instagram or stuff my wife sends me. That's it. Ooh, interesting. Let me copy that, and then I'll look at it after the stream. Thought I had this on follower only chat. Remember that time back when we used to have it as follower only chat? Somebody literally followed just to ask, why do you have it on follower only? And I was just like, I don't know, it just keeps the riffraff out. And then they were like, all right, then they unfollowed. internet's a internet's a weird fucking place, man. Oh wow, hey. Appreciate the raid. Thank you very much. Hope you're all having a good day. Well, good week. I'm cool with it. That's just that's just engagement for the stream. We're gonna take like a 2-minute break. I'll refill my water. When we're coming back, we'll finish this. I all of a sudden had a really cool idea. So BRB. Scaling's all fucked up on this. I'll just cut this page right here. So because the scaling's all messed up, I've kind of lost interest in the drawing. Unless we make everything bigger somehow. This comes with the territory of drawing. Sometimes you mess up. It's how much can you fix fuck up. Well, I fucked this drawing up to the point where I'm not even gonna try and finish it. Uh, they had us in the first half though. Then I tried something and I messed it up. But that comes with it. I mess up more drawings than I get right. You guys just usually aren't around to see when that happens. Actually, you do see a lot of that. But whatever it is you see, there's a lot more of that. So, um, well, this is a fun stream. I appreciate all the raids and I appreciate everyone for coming to hang out. Yeah. I guess I'm gonna go shoot you off on a raid. If you have any questions, go ahead and throw them at me now while I try and find someone to go raid, go drop you off at. Uh, yeah. Thanks for hanging out. All right, we're gonna go. I'm gonna go drop you off at one of my former DeviantArt, um, one of my former DeviantArt colleagues. So the raid's gonna launch in like a minute and a half. So we'll just hang out till then. The original idea was I was gonna have a big robot right here. But I messed up the scaling on everything. See how this is so small compared to him? Like if he walked back here, he would be like this tall compared to everything. That just doesn't work out. I messed up the scaling. That was kind of my fault. So not kind of 100% my fault. So anyway, so I'm gonna raid, drop you off. This is a former DeviantArt colleague of mine. We used to work with DeviantArt together. So if you want to just say hi to her and tell her that I am not gonna be hanging around. All right, everybody. I will catch you for a stream tomorrow, though. Thank you very much. Peace.